welcome back to the next episode of the G&A podcast. I am Senpai's newest model, Juvidu.
And I'm your number one combat android who's always here to clean up your shit and piss, Soberoni.
Well, someone had theirs prepared.
Yeah, I did.
Welcome back to the G&A podcast, where we talk about all things anime, the good, the bad, and the weeb. How you doing, Oni?
I'm doing well. How are you, Drew?
I'm not tired. I'm the kind of person, I get tired just as the thought of all the stuff I have to do this week. This week is a very long week. Pride Week always kicks my ass somehow, and this year is no exception. Doing tons of things, seeing tons of people. Have a lot of fun things planned for all you girls and guys and everyone else in and out the binary. So looking forward to that. Also, this episode of the podcast is going to be up a little bit later. Someone had a really good time for Father's Day.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say who. But yeah, so it's gonna be a day late. So please bear with us. Apologize for the inconvenience. But yeah. Everything's good. Everything's great. So let's get on with the program, and let's start with our new segment, This Week in Anime. Almost went straight to reviews. Naoni, do you want to go first, or?
Sure, because mine is short and simple and sweet. Saga of Tanya the Evil is getting a second season. Praise the Lord, because this show is so underrated. But yeah, so they did a live stream special for Saga of Tanya the Evil, and announced on Saturday that the production of a second season has been greenlit. It doesn't say when it will be coming out. My guess is probably early 2022, maybe like that winter season. But if you haven't seen the original season, first off, it's done by Nut, which will never not be funny.
Yes, come on, Nut.
And it's basically a show that follows it's an isekai, but it's very weird. I almost forget it's an isekai, but it's about a guy who gets reincarnated as a loli, and he's like in World War I era Europe, and is basically just like, oh shit, there's like no rules to war, all the war crimes. So yeah, it's a really fun, silly war anime. I highly recommend it if you want something zany to watch.
Yeah, and if now Oni said that the main character is a lolly, but it's not that kind of anime.
No, there is no fan service.
Yes, and if you still watch it and you're still turned on by her, then you're sick.
You got deeper issues.
You're sick. Get help. That's a little bit. No judging, but get help. Okay, so in my neck of the woods, according to Anime News Network, Gundam's Yoshiyuki Tomino reminds us all that Char definitely has sex.
That Char had sex?
That Char definitely has sex.
I assumed. Did you see Char? He looks like he has sex.
Yeah. So this is all coming out from, and I feel like I didn't know this. Like the whole whatchamacalls it, the whole Batman thing, the whole Batman. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, the Batman, Catwoman thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I wasn't super aware of that. I just saw the memes, but I had no context to what was going on at all. So, for anyone who doesn't know or who didn't know, like me, let's see. Oh, no, not me losing the article. There we go. Basically, he was talking. Who is it? Justin Halpern, who is a Harley Quinn showrunner. They wanted to make a reference to Batman going down on Catwoman, but DC Comics was like, no, you can't put that in there. No, even though I'm like Harley Quinn, I feel like said some wild stuff. Like that show has said some wild things.
I'm pretty sure they didn't. I feel like they definitely had to have made that joke before.
Yeah,
they say wild shit all the time.
Yeah, and then they were like, DC was like, you can't do that. The heroes don't do that. And then I don't know. Basically, you know, corporate bullshit. Like
there's a whole DC plot line of Superman becoming Hitler. So
right, I'm like, yeah, I'm not even. I don't even want to go back and forth between the quotes because it's silly. Basically, they're just like, wham, wham, wham. We're a bunch of old white men who just can't deal with the fact that superheroes are sexualized for whatever reason.
Didn't he have sex with Catwoman like in the
comics? Like I feel like we all know that,
or
they,
like
they
in the
fucking.
movie. They definitely fucked in the movie.
I'm sure we all know that they were fucking. I don't understand.
Pretty sure that was a plot point in the movie,
right? Like that was really crazy. So, but anyways, more importantly, say all that. To shift our eyes onto Char from Gundam. Char Aznavour. That's his name.
Does he go down ridiculous. On Amuro?
Well, we'll see. So according to Anime News Network, and I'm kind of just like definitely gonna read through the article because it's just like, oh, it's very like I was like, wow, this is a lot. Like I have to read it all. One particular suggestion that came up on social media was Gundam's Char Aznavour. The source for this claim, an interview with Yoshiyuki Tomino from the Mobile Suit Gundam Char's Counterattack fan book, published in December 1993. In the interview, Tomino was very frank about discussing the sex lives of his characters, saying that it is an important part of conceiving a fleshed out world and character relationships.
It's an important part of writing my doujins.
Regarding the character of Char's love interest Nanai, Tomino said, to a certain degree, as you get older, you can really understand a person through that part, sex. And at those times, you can't detach sex from your thinking. That is why I absolutely have to imagine what Nanai's vagina is like. It's something I particularly think about during the script writing phase.
Great way of just saying I'm horny.
Right? I was like, yeah, sex. Oh, we have to know what Nanai's vagina looks like. I'm not thinking about what Char's dick looks like at all, but go off, King. He went on to say that when drawing the storyboards, he thought, I don't want her vagina to be all withered out, because he thought, quote, it would reflect poorly on Char, and Nanai isn't a dual woman herself, end quote. He wanted to convey the feeling of their relationship in the scene where Nanai sits on Char's lap. Quote, it was a challenge to myself to figure out what this woman would be like when she's sitting there being made love to. It was no trifling matter.
I took this more seriously than I was writing the rest of the script.
I had to read all of this. I was like, what the fuck?
I like to think that the student is thinking of the fight as an afterthought. This is what Gundam is truly about.
He also said that he conceived Nanai as the kind of self-confident woman who would be a good match for Char. Quote, there are times when a man wants to embrace a woman, and I thought, if he's going to do it, it might as well be with a woman like Nanai. When it comes to matters of oral sex, Tomino was just as frank, stating that he expects voice actresses to be able to portray a level of expectation for sexual reciprocation. Quote, they start moaning as soon as their character gets touched by a man. There are times I find myself thinking, the guy wasn't dexterous enough to warrant that reaction, or something like, have some pride when you're being made love to. I get really exasperated, wondering why on earth they don't think something like, if this man doesn't lick my vagina, I'll beat the crap out of him. Wait, first of all, I stand.
This was in 1993.
Yeah.
He was ahead of his time.
Yeah, that whole paragraph, I was like, yes, I had to cover this on the podcast. No, that's so.
Can we get this guy on the podcast?
Right? That I was like, that is so dope.
Fuck, I need to watch Gundam now. I didn't know it was all this kind of stuff.
Right? Was it acting ecchi all along?
I know. Shit.
Incidentally, don't count out Amuro, one of the main characters from Gundam. In the same interview, Tomino said that he really wanted to bring out a raw or / carnal feeling in the confrontation between Amuro and Char. Quote, to the degree that you might wonder whether the two of them are homosexual, end quote.
I've always wondered that ever since I played Gundam Dynasty Warriors.
And there you go.
So that really came through in his writing, yeah.
It was intentional. Ain't that some shit?
I have a newfound respect for Gundam now. Wow.
Right? I'm like, I just have to watch it. I don't give a shit about Max, but
yeah.
But for it's like, yeah, to respect the vision. My goodness.
I feel like that's like the best type of rivalries too. If you think of like all the great rivalries between characters, it's always like there's always a homosexual undertone between them. Maybe that's an element.
Goku Vegeta,
Light
Naruto
Sasuke, yeah.
Yeah, you always have to make just a little gay.
Yeah, always has to be a little gay.
Just a little, though. Oh man, but yeah, that I don't know. This article was just like a whole roller coaster when I first read it. I was like, oh my god,
somebody needs to talk to him now and ask him.
Right? Like, oh my gosh, that was that. Yeah, so that was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I thought I just wanted to share that, yes, sex. People are thinking about sex. Sometimes, it's I feel like that's a very healthy way, so you can move towards a direction where it becomes more normalized. Not that you have to put sex in every little thing. That you're right, but in certain, I would say certain stories that warrant that kind of like depth about the characters.
Yeah, if you're writing deeper characters.
Yeah, like something like Batman. Like, yes, I feel like that's very much appropriate.
This is a great segue into the first anime because I feel like there's definitely people thinking about sex in this episode.
You are absolutely right. Okay, I literally just looked up Tomino. I just wanted to make sure that he wasn't dead.
And I think he's still alive, right?
Yeah, he's 79 years old. Ooh. Wait, wasn't he at
Yeah, he was at Anime NYC.
Mm-hmm. Yay, he is alive. Thank you, Jesus. You're so awesome.
Mm-hmm. Next time he comes, I gotta get his autograph.
Absolutely. All right. Now that you gave us a little hint of what we're gonna be discussing, so let's just dive into our weekly reviews. Starting with, yes, well, at least for me, another episode of the week.
Of course.
Fruits Baskets, the final episode 12?
11?
11. Yes, it's 11. It's 11. Oh, it was so great.
I knew this was gonna be the episode of the week because it had the beautiful Kyo Toru.
Beautiful Kyo and Toru. Like, how could I not? I don't. Mm-hmm. Yes, and it's totally just a bias. I don't care. Fight me.
Yeah, that's fine. I very much appreciated the Toru Kyo romance scene. Listen, mm-hmm. I'll take victories where I can get it. Every anime I watch always has such shitty romance.
I feel like this, like, just it washed the foul taste I had from Oregairu out my mouth.
Yes. See, Oregairu creator, this is how you do an ending.
This is how you write a proper love story.
Mm-hmm. She didn't suddenly drop Kyo and end up with Momiji.
that's literally what Oregairu would do.
Yeah, that is what he would do. Be like, oh yeah, this would be something they wouldn't see coming.
Yeah.
All the chemistry Kyo and Toru had, but really, Momiji was.
No, the confessions on both sides were so amazing. Like, the curse being broken at the same time. It was just like, super fairy tale ending of it all. And it's like, well, okay, there's a part of me that I would have been like, oh, that would have been really cute if he turned into a cat and they still embrace each other. That would have been cute. But this is just as fine. Yeah. Like, I feel like this is 3 seasons of them building up to this really happy ending.
And they did a good job with it because they still had like their really cute moments, like when they kissed, and then Kyo was like, "By the way, this is our second kiss," and Cho was like, "What? What's the first kiss?"
Yeah, I still go back to looking at you weird, Kyo.
Yeah. You better hope she doesn't remember. One day she's just gonna be cooking dinner and then come into the living room and slap Kyo.
Right? She's like,
"How dare you?"
Like, I was unconscious and bleeding. Why are you kissing me? My gosh, yeah. So that was great. And it kind of, I liked how she talked. How she was basically, I feel like all the motivations for everything that happened wasn't just like random shit. Like, she was running because she didn't know how to face him, because in her mind she is rejected. And I'm like, yes, that's a very important context.
Yeah, that made it a bit better.
Exactly, as opposed to her just running to run. So just like, it just felt very just a very natural, them falling into each other.
Yeah, I love the little moment where she was just like telling Kyo that she loves him and everything. It was so pure.
It really was. It was just so great. The second half.
Yeah, that part was kind of just.
it was like, it was there.
It went on too long, I think. Like, the story just kept dragging. Like, all right, this is not the best told story in the world.
It isn't. Akito still has no pity.
Yeah, no pity. Akito.
Yeah, still would kick her down the stairs gladly. Excuse me. But yeah, I didn't hate the story, because the story was like, this was the true story.
I like that it tied in, like, like the whole letting go and everything.
Yes, exactly. And then that's why I like the ending when everyone was started, like, all the bonds started breaking.
Yeah, the curses broke.
The curses broke, and everyone started crying, because it's like, and you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of like when you break up from like a toxic ex. But it's like but it's like, but you're sad because it's the end of a relationship. It's the end of something like really intimate. It's like, so I resonated with that feeling very much when they all started crying. I was like, I get it.
I relate to this.
Yeah, I did. It's a I feel like it's a complicated feeling, but most people can kind of understand.
Yeah. It's like having a bond with somebody, even though it wasn't the best bond, you still had that bond for like so long. It's just
exactly, and now that's
hard
gone,
to move on.
Yeah, exactly. Basically. Oh, and then at the end, the ending, it changed again. Now they have a not broken picture.
Yay!
Of Toru's mom, the hat, and all the little zodiac little keychain doll things.
See, I like shows like this that make me feel happy, not like Kuzu no Honkai and whatever the other show, Kanojo.
I mean, those shows aren't making me feel happy. It's to literally get you entertained from the trash.
Probably.
That's actually what it is from. Like,
yeah, you contemplate humanity.
Yeah, I feel like you go into dramas wanting the warm fuzzies, and
yes, I like my warm fuzzy cute dramas with no like NTR and shit.
Oh man, I don't know. That's like a 50-50, sir. You can only ask for so much.
Especially in anime. That seems to be the thing that they do all the time now.
Exactly. All right, but yeah, good episode. All right, let's move on to My Hero Academia. Episode 13, season 5.
This episode had Mountain Lady in it, so it is a 10 out of 10.
This was just filler.
It was.
It was a
but
transitional.
I enjoyed it though. It was cute. I kind of liked it a lot because of the whole them bothering Bakugo for the whole first half was nice.
That whole interview part, that was hilarious. I think that was like the highlight for me.
They cut him out of all.
Yeah.
Yeah, the interviews were nice.
Yeah, it was some silly stuff. I wasn't too invested in like the interviews. You know, then of course they're doing the little like background setup for, you know, the next arc. The whole they're making the kids work again.
Yeah,
you need heroes.
Internships. I feel like they go on internships every month. They need a new plot device to get them out of the school.
Do they really?
I mean, they always go on internships. Like, do something else.
Well, how else are you gonna get better? Like,
I don't know. Make the city go under attack or something. Like, oh no, villains are blowing up the buildings. Go do something. We need all the heroes.
But then that wouldn't make any sense. Would they just randomly?
Well, they have hero licenses.
I mean, they do, but I don't know. I feel like it'd just be weird if it's like, yes, all. I think for plot device reasons they can't do that.
Probably. I mean, they probably will
like,
at some point.
Because it's like, because it's like, okay, then we all are on the scene. Then it's like 2 or 3 heroes versus the whole class 1. Who do you think's gonna win? ...
Just do a bunch of villains. Have like 50 new villains come in.
And it's a giant. You could just watch Adventures Endgame for that.
Yeah, make it just like Endgame.
No, but see, that's movies. This is a series. You can't do that.
Nah, it should be easier to do in an anime series than it is in movies. I want that Avengers moment where Deku's just there, or All Might standing there, and all the other heroes just walk through portals.
Not All Might.
The second half did have a whole Christmas thing, which was weird because it's not in season, but also because they had this random weird English Christmas jingle playing.
They did do that. I felt bad for Bakugo when he was like looking up Jesus in his location, and I'm like, isn't Jesus dead?
Is he?
I don't know.
I don't remember. Does anyone die? The only person I know who died was Night Eye.
The guy with the glasses?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a little weird.
I like that Eri. I think Eri was like the saving grace for this episode for me because even though she had like 5 seconds of screen time, her mixing up all the holidays.
Yeah, that was really funny. Yeah, but I am super hyped that the next arc is going to be Deku, Bakugo, and Todoroki working for Endeavor. I'm really hyped.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah,
that is gonna be interesting. I want to see what Deku and Endeavor have together.
Yeah, a lot of people have been hyping up like the next arc. They're like, "Oh my god, that's gonna be so good."
Yeah,
but I'm like, with that premise, yes, I understand now. Also, you know, Endeavor still sucks. He's still a terrible father and stuff, but I saw him in the preview with his normal clothes on. I was like, hey, hey, you still kind of suck, but hey.
Yeah, you want to join his broken home?
Listen, he could join the broken home, then he can break this beep. No.
That's fine. Get it out now, because once Toga shows up, this is gonna be me.
Exactly. We are simping for our problematic faves.
Well, as the Gundam creator says, it's important to think about these things when you're.
Yes, it's important to think about it. Yes.
It just means that they're really well developed characters.
Exactly. Yeah. Does the fire come from his dick? Can he shoot from his dick as well? All right. Let's move on to Zombieland Saga. Enough about flaming penises.
Yes, let's talk zombies.
Zombieland Saga Revenge, episode 11.
This was another pretty wholesome episode.
Yeah.
There's a lot of wholesome episodes this week.
Mm-hmm. This is really good. I love Tae.
Yeah, she was adorable.
She was great. Just from the first scene where she's just sucking on Sakura's head, like so happy.
That, and she like jumps on the old woman and starts sucking her
pain. And then she starts chasing the kids without her head on.
Yeah.
That was so cute. Sakura's like, what the fuck? Oh man. But yeah, so this also starts out with the whole flood of Noah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
her whole house was just fucking destroyed.
Right? Yeah, just kept all biblical up in this bitch. The old man is also sick, so I guess the curse also affects him.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we just get to see, yeah, like I said, it's a whole episode of like just the town coming together, and I love that's like a theme, theme of like community in Saga. Especially it's like highlighted in this episode, and it's so cool.
I like that they when they were doing the music in this episode for they did like the whole acapella thing because they were just like in a little area.
Yeah,
it's really cute.
You think because the anime's background music, it's like nope, there's no background music. We're just
singing acapella for the kids. Like I really like that they kept doing things for the kids and like aw. Like this would be like if it was like a real life, it was a natural disaster. You'd have like entertainers and community coming together and everything.
Yeah, exactly. So it really warmed the heart.
Mm-hmm.
That scene where Junko is making like those masks.
Yeah.
Her hair tied up. I'm like, oh, that's she looks really good. She almost looks like a different person.
I had to pause it when that happened. I'm like, who's this?
I was like, I mean, there's no other idol zombie with like
new zombie.
Yeah, she looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
Their hair up. But then, oh my god, but in typical Zombieland Saga fashion, they had that one moment just makes me like die when they just all turn around, their masks just shatter.
And then where he's like, zombies? Oh yeah, this is just zombie makeup.
Yeah, and they were actually literally about to blow their whole cover.
You know, now that I think about it, they should just went with that excuse from the start instead of putting regular makeup on. Just say that this is zombie makeup and this is part of the act. You have to always wear it.
I feel like I don't know.
I mean, it'd be like a Daft Punk thing. Like Daft Punk never gets outside of costume or like Kiss.
I feel like if they're a Daft Punk, I agree, but they're idols, so
Kiss is like an idol group, kind of.
Now you comparing them to Kiss. My gosh. I feel like I have to be almost offended on their behalf. Mm-hmm. Not anything wrong with Kiss. It's just
respect.
That's
Kiss.
not what they don't. That's super not what they're looking for. Maybe those two rock dudes. That's what they want.
Yeah. Well, they do look like Kiss. Rock dudes.
Yeah, they do look like Kiss. Yeah, that was so great. The scene where Sakura is talking to Kotaro is great. I love that one part where she's like, "Yeah, we'll put our lives on the line, even if that, or do something that costs our lives." And he's like, he has like this very nice smile. He's like, and he just says it really slick, like, "Except your lives are already over."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then towards the end, it is stupid highly implied.
Yeah.
That Kotaro knew Sakura.
Yeah, they did a little miniature flashback and everything, and he has like I think he was holding up the application that she had when she got hit by the truck.
Yeah.
In the very first episode. So yeah, it's like, and the way he reacted to her, so yeah, definitely had a crush on her or something, or there were something going on.
Yeah, and that's crazy that there's literally a curse that will kills people. I'm not sure if it kills specifically girls, but like literally kills people that can like make Saga popular.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's nuts. Was that revealed this episode or last episode?
That was last episode.
That was last episode. Yeah. No, I'm just thinking about it now. I'm like, that's crazy.
I don't know how they're gonna. Is there like one episode left? They're gonna have a lot to. Either this is gonna get season 3, or they got a lot of loose ends to tie up in one episode. Like I'm just thinking about it now. But if there's any show that can pull it off, it's Zombieland.
Exactly. Like I have no, like my faith in them is super solid. They have not led us astray yet.
Mm-hmm.
So, looking forward to that. Up next, we have Ijiranai de Nagatoro-san, episode 11.
I'm mad I didn't get to see this in Sentouin with you guys because I watched them today and I'm like, oh my god, these episodes are great.
yeah, this is pretty great. Oh my gosh, I don't even know where to begin with this.
All right, I want to begin with nudist president.
Yeah, I guess Sorry, let's start there.
That was some lewd art. Like that was even for me. I'm like,
I had to ask Orion multiple times. I was like, yo, did Senpai draw that of her? Like, no, she drew that of herself. And then it was like, oh, she won because she just drew a naked picture of herself. Got it.
But it's art. Oh, this goes back to our conversation from last week of whether you can draw nudes high schoolers, I guess. So I guess they do allow nudes. Maybe it's of yourself.
Which I mean, I feel like it was like tasteful enough to let it.
I don't know that. It's not that tasteful.
Like, no, it's okay. No,
it was literally her ass and then like her entire boob,
side boob.
No, it was a lot. It was side and under. It was like everything but the nipple.
I mean, there's a difference between like that and like her like opening up her lips.
Yeah,
well, like right center.
I feel like depending on which way she went, like if she like spread eagle, but then it was like a little flower petal or something, I feel like that'd be more artistic than just standing nude in a side profile.
Yeah, I'd say it was the best thing I've seen, but yeah. So she was just like, I'm naked and I'm hot. That's all I need.
Yeah. I did I like when they were all teasing Nagatoro.
Oh my god, yeah, that was great. They're like, you don't have enough power. I think that's the word they use.
Nagatoro's reactions were like, what? Excuse me? Fuck you guys.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to see her get teased.
It is, yeah. I like the tables being turned on her.
Yes, absolutely.
And I also like Senpai actually. It's weird because this show actually has character development. It's weird to see Senpai actually like stand up for her and be like, "No, she's cute. She has her own charms."
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that was actually very sweet. One thing I wasn't a huge fan of is very much what I think you always mention this. Very much, it turned into very forced melodrama towards the end. I mean, it ended up cute, but it was just like,
yeah, I didn't mind it too much because it was like really quick, like it happened and then like within 4 minutes it was resolved or whatever. But
yeah,
like, at least it didn't extend to the last episode.
Yeah, I was like, this is silly. Like, I'm like, this is literally a prime example of what Oni talks about.
Yeah, but at least we got the cute scene at the end with him literally calling her cute and her being all like, "Well, baka."
Yeah, that was cute. Oh fuck! I probably having the post-credit scene.
Oh, you know, he just calls her cute and then she gets all embarrassed.
Okay, that was the post-credit scene. Yeah. Okay, great.
The pre-post-credit scene was her falling into the pool.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, no. This is a good, it was a good episode.
Kind of mad he didn't draw a loot of Nagatoro though. We got loots of the present, but not Nagatoro.
I mean, honestly, that's what I thought they were gonna do.
Yeah.
Or do like a more tasteful one where she's like slightly covered up.
Like I thought she was just gonna have the towel around her, but like you see nothing except her back in the towel or something.
Or something like that, or like a cloth draped like around her boobs and coochie area.
I hope he just paints her troll face, and that's what wins. Everybody's like, "Wow, the soul and the passion."
Right? I can see the fucked upness in her one eye.
Yeah, her two different eyes and pupils. It speaks to me. The smugness.
Well, I'm not gonna lie though. If I ever went to this festival and saw my child like being drawn like this, and I didn't know, and I found out, I'm just like, all right, well, whose ass am I beating?
Who's getting sued?
Whose ass am I beating? I'm like, you know, if you don't want me to beat the child, that's cool. I will gladly beat the parents' ass in their place. But no, there's no. I'm like, how you drawing my child?
It's art.
Butt ass naked.
It's art, Drew.
No, not my kid. You could go with your art on someone else. Was it last week where you were like, naked people like come in during high school?
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's still a ridiculous idea.
I mean, kind of. This episode kind of proved me right. I'm just saying.
No, she did it of herself, and
still naked.
This is a borderline ecchi anime, so no, it doesn't. It's not. No, sorry, you don't get this one. That's not how this works.
We'll see next episode.
I guess we will. Okay. Up next, we have Sentouin Hakenshimasu, episode 12, the final episode,
which is my episode of the week. Man, I'm gonna watch this with you guys because I think this is my favorite episode of the season.
Deserved. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this episode had everything.
It had a lot.
It had like, first off, Grim getting knocked out of commission in the first minute. And then we had the whole Agent 6 getting his time to shine, not letting Rose do everything, and protecting Rose, and getting to fight.
And then Russell. Just like the whole taunting and distract Russell. And she's like, haha, you're distracting me. Haha, I could just go after them. And he's like, oh, you suck. And then he's like, I guess I'll destroy you after all.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I kind of like Agent 6. He feels very different from Kazuma. Like, he's a lot more
dickish.
He's more dickish and more unredeemable than Kazuma is.
Yeah.
But in a certain way, it works sometimes. Like, it works.
But it's very entertaining.
Yeah,
he's
it's very
super entertaining.
I liked Russell because he kept playing into the whole like. I remember in like a few episodes ago when he first showed up, Agent 6 was mocking him like, I bet you tell your enemies that they won't live long and all this other shit, and he got embarrassed by it. But he was doing that this episode. He was just being like, yeah, I'm gonna break your bones with my robot arms or whatever. So he was playing into what Agent 6 was making fun of him for earlier.
Yeah.
Even Snow stealing shit at the beginning of the episode still.
The Destroyer.
There's a bunch of Konosuba references.
Yeah,
the Destroyer,
that was great.
Chun Maru.
I was like, oh. Not the callbacks. Oh,
callbacks. I love Alice.
Wait, okay. I am also making. I'm
splitting it.
Yeah, I'm splitting it. This is really good because I'm just like, nostalgia.
Yes, I love that Alice and 6 have like a buddy relationship. Like, it's not a romantic one, but it's like they're both very bro-like. Like, they hang out, like they riff on each other, but they also got each other's back. I like that.
Exactly. Yeah, like just like they really focused in on that this episode. Like, I got you. the whole scene where she's like, "Yep, I clean up that theory." What did she call him, like a piss and
She
shit
called him
human?
a shit pisser or something.
Shit pisser. Yeah. that was crazy.
Don't talk to me, you shit pisser.
Oh my gosh. And then he was like, "Oh, can I just date you?" And he's like, "All right, let's hear Android and make yourself taller and have a Tenga joke was insane." I said,
yeah,
what? I had to pause. I was like, what?
The show kind of went off this episode in a number of scenes.
Oh my god.
We got the censored dick again. We got the Tenga joke. We got whatever the fuck was going on with Russell and Tyga.
Tiger Man. Oh my god.
They were like, it's the last episode, whatever.
we're just doing it. They're like, "Oh well, and the whole time when he's like, I won't break, I won't do whatever." And we're like, "Oh well, we warned you, you should agree with us." And then like Tiger Man's like, "Hey, what's up?" And he's like, "No." He's like, "Huh? Well, I'm a boy." And he's like, "That's fine. I like that."
It's even better.
That's even better now.
Oh
God.
Yeah, they turned it up to 11 this episode. Even the final scene with Grim breaking the fourth wall, like, why don't I ever get any scenes?
Same time. It's like I'm a joke. I'm not some kind of joke character. And
then it ends on her being a joke character.
Exactly. Finally put socks on her. They pull it down, put socks on her for science, and she just blows up. They had to revive her.
Yeah. Oh, it was so good. I really, really hope this gets a second season.
Yeah, me too. Oh man. Yeah. I had my reservations from the beginning, but this definitely, definitely met my expectations.
Same.
As it kept going on. So do you want to rate it?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a we've an 8.5. Pretty top tier comedy, I think. It's not Konosuba levels, but I think it's good enough to be its own thing. And I really enjoyed the characters and I like the setting a lot. Like the setting is just really cool. I might enjoy it just as much as Konosuba's setting. So yeah, and it never missed when I wanted it. Like the whole last few episodes were just great all the time.
Agreed. I'm also getting an 8.5. Like I said, started out a little bit slow. And while it may not be on the level of Konosuba ridiculousness, I feel like this is definitely where he started. The authors definitely started finding.
Yeah, it's cool to see what ideas carried over to Konosuba.
This is definitely where he started his levels of degeneracy, which we enjoy a lot. Yeah, I really hope we get season 2 of this.
Right.
Okay. All right. And for our last one, because yes, we already did Isekai Mao. Finished that up. So we are doing Kumo desu ka Nanika, episode 23.
Damn it was a human episode.
Fucking hell.
Why is the quality between the future episodes and the Kumiko episodes so different?
This was rough.
Yo.
This was like really bad.
There was legitimately a scene where Sensei is shooting arrows and her arm is not moving and the arrows are just flying and like she's just standing there.
Oh man, I was trying hard to not pay attention too much because I figured I would just like it would just be mind break. Like
yeah, the CG is not doing it for these human fights.
No, it's bad. It was just really bad. Like before, it was just like yeah, whatever. But now it's like it's to a point where it's like, oh, it's kind of fucking up.
Don't have entire episodes dedicated to the fight between the humans. Like I don't know. It really really shows when you start making really long episodes about just having the kids fight each other.
And I wouldn't have minded if it wasn't CGI. It could have been a all.
Yeah, because like the plot itself is fine. I like I like Sophia. She's really cool. I like how she's beating the shit out of everybody. I like the dude that showed up. That's also one of the classmates. He looked really cool. I like his outfit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it being CGI is just like, it hurts.
Yeah,
to
exactly.
Look at.
It hurts. It's like you're distracting from what's a pretty decent story, and it makes me sad because it's like, first of all, the moment I will say, part of us being like, let's send out the units.
Yeah, I forgot about that whole.
I was like, when he said the units, I was like, bitch, you better not have fucking mechs.
Send in the Gundams.
I was like, are you fucking kidding me? That's so why.
I think somebody commented on it. It was like, are we mixing genres? Is sci-fi now?
I'm like, what is going on? Like, why am I seeing mechs in this fantasy anime? Like, I mean, I guess they're gonna explain it. I hope they explain at some point. Because that was just like, it's like, I don't know, that didn't make much sense to me. I did like the other classmates being like, hey, like that the new character, for example, was like, hey, so homeboy may or may not be like, the elves may or may not be good either. And well, I feel like the demon side is obviously not well, I can't say it's obviously not good because of it's for reasons. But I definitely know Pontimus.
I don't trust the elves.
Yeah,
I would never trust the elves at this point. I'd be like, listen, I'll take my chances with the demons.
What? Wait, you would side with?
I would side with the demons. Yeah, like they got 2 classmates on their side or 3 classmates on their side. They're all super powerful. Like, I don't know what the humans are doing. The elves are doing.
Okay, but religion fanatic is not powerful. She's just.
Oh well, she's a scrub. Her and Hugo don't count. I'm talking about like Sophia, the other one, and the ninja guy. They're all way more powerful than the heroes.
Yeah, like easily. I love how like Shun beat Hugo very easily, and I love that was not a huge part of the episode.
Oh yeah, that was great. I'm like, yes, get this out of the way quickly. Thank you.
He was like, nope, I beat you, and she's like, okay, cool, but what about me? Oh, shouts to Faye for being smart and being like, hey, don't kill us, just let us go.
Faye, you deserve better than to be with these idiots.
Straight up.
She legit comes out like, all right, we can't stand a chance against them. And then what's his name comes out anyway. The hero's like, let's fight anyway. Let's do it for the elves.
For the elves. Ugh. ...
Faye needs to switch sides. She needs to come to Kumo. Monster supremacy. Let's do it. Right, monsters versus humans and elves.
Not humans and elves. But yeah. Oh.
Yeah, the CGI.
Yeah.
I will say I have high hopes for the next episode because it looks like
it's gonna. I feel like it has to be a Kumiko episode.
It has to be a Kumiko episode, and also Spider Woman that probably Kumiko is coming to the fight, so she'll probably show up and kill everybody real quick, and then we'll get some Kumiko flashbacks.
Yeah, Ariel.
Yeah.
Ariel / Kumiko. Yeah, we're looking forward to that.
Maybe they'll kill all the humans, and we'll just be a permanent Kumiko anime. We'll just we don't have to worry about this timeline anymore.
Yo, I am so down for that.
Ariel just shows up, kills Shun and all of them, and then we just jump back to the Kumiko scenes in season 2. Kumiko only.
Yeah, but you know what? There can be only so many Game of Thrones plot twists. Only so much. Who knows? We one can hope. At least that'll take care of our CGI problem.
Yeah. Do yourselves a favor, animators. Do it.
Do it. All right. So with that being said, I think that wraps up our weekly review. We're not going to be doing a filler arc this week because a bitch is busy. I got something to do.
Busy time of the year.
Yeah. I got things to do after this. Oni's got things to do. Period. You have to go back to our respective dungeons.
Yes. To the dungeons.
Yes. So with that being said, Oni, please take us away.
Guys, if you enjoyed this episode of the G&A podcast, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to catch all these episodes as they go up every week. If you haven't already, do join the party over on our Twitch, Discord, and Twitter. If you'd like, you can even become a patron or a channel member, like all these people on screen right now who help us out. You'll get yourself some awesome perks. We're getting ready to start a new anime season, so you'll be able to vote on one of the anime we watch next season, as well as join us for some live watches of anime we'll watch next season, which will definitely include Higurashi, but I don't know about the other one. But with that said, Drew, do you have anything you'd like to add?
It's Pride Week, bitches. To all of my queens and queers. Get your life.
Get ready to celebrate. Until next time, this has been Sobroni and
Drew,
we'll catch y'all later. Later!
Bye.